Okay, so today I want to go through the new things that have been added since the last video. Last video was quite a while ago, so there's quite a few different things and added things and all that kind of stuff. So today to do that, I'm going to go through the level 6 campaign, which is right here. We have a total of 6 levels currently. More will be added soon. For this level, we want to achieve a minimum happy score of 6 and have at least 225 people. We want to amass 7,000 gold, which is more than you start with, so the idea is that you have a productive economy. And we want to store at least 100 basic goods. So basic goods are things like pottery or lumber or clothing, wine, stuff like that. But not like I said lumber. I meant furniture. Lumber and wood and clay and stuff like that. That's not basic goods. Those are kind of ingredients per se. All right, so let's get this started. Um, we'll jump in here, and then I'm gonna pause it immediately. I probably won't finish the level, but the idea is to showcase some of the new things that are in the game, um, and we'll do that probably over the next 20 to 30 minutes. Alright, so we start here. Let's look around real quick. We got some wood, a little bit of mountains in there so we can get some iron going. We have copper there, but it's across the river, so we'll need a bridge. Some different stuff. So, pretty simplistic map. It's a peaceful province, so it doesn't have anybody attacking you. Let's start with getting our bridge, because we want to get to that copper pretty quick. So I think we'll go... maybe here? Maybe here. I'll go here. So we built the bridge. They build automatically like your roads do. And then let's build a road to get there. So, whoops. Well, we'll go this way. And this way. Alright. Got our road in. We've got 25 spaces in housing. Let's see. Well, that'll update in just a second. I didn't give it a chance to update. There we go. So we have 17 housing spots. Those people are going to immigrate. Let's look at what we can do. We need entertainment. We need religion. We need water. Those are all new. So let's start with getting our religion in. We're going to start with Minerva because we want our guys to continue to be educated. And if you don't have her happy, she'll start making your people dumb. Which isn't any fun because we're trying to get going on intelligent people stuffs. So we get a school going, that'll help get our people educated. And then we need water, which is an easy one to deal with. We'll just stick it back here. Notice it's covering even from behind. Then we're gonna build some roads real fast. We'll get our entertainment. We'll start with a gladiator pit. Probably here would probably do just fine. That'll cover that, and then I'm going to start prepping for my next city spot. So I like to have 4 in between, so then I'll just come straight down here. And that's connected to a road back there. That works. So we'll do that. Alright. So, also I guess I should mention the roads being kind of path-driven instead of one by one is a change. So that's a nicety. People were asking for that. I made sure to get that put in. Make sure we keep our people coming in. Housing is still available. That's great. Quick check. We can sell clay, grain, meat, sheep, grapes, cloth, wine, swords, and pottery in this one. So let's quickly, I guess, actually buy some of those trade routes too. Check my upkeep. Everything's fine for now, but I'm going to build another one anyway. Just to make sure that we keep that going. Okay, so let's just buy our basic routes. This one's kind of expensive, and I want to make sure we stabilize before we run out of money. And then we're going to need a warehouse over here. Probably right there. It's good. Because we're going to build a road like this. Because we're going to want to build lots of pottery stuff eventually. And that'll leave us space here to do other kinds of production buildings. Alright, so we got that going. That'll at least start us. Ooh, you know what? I completely forgot to get food. So let me quickly do that. Oops. Bad click. There we go. And farms. 2 should suffice for now. We'll have to get more later, but whoop. Missing some clicks here. There we go. And then I will actually leave it like that with space for another farm there eventually. Alright, let's see how our people are doing. Undesirable home we're not going to deal with right now. I just wanted to check and make sure. So everybody's happy. That's great. We have 9 unemployed people, so we can totally get things going in that regard. One way to do that would be get our trading post. Again, that's why I left the space too wide up here, is to be able to build a lot of those kinds of things. Now that we have that going, we have food coming in. We'll have that all working out. And trade. Well, oh, you know what? One thing that made me think about the farms was let's get 1 sheep farm because we can sell sheep. So that'll help balance our books a little better. And then I guess I'll fill out this spot there. Just to promote a little bit more happiness and stop some of the muggings that happen if people get unhappy. We're going to build a constable's office. It does 2 things. First of all, it helps keep your people happy. But also, when they have the buff from the constable, they're less likely to mug, even if they are unhappy. So we're going to put that there. That covers kind of this area. Also, rangefinders, they're new. So that's kind of a nice bit. Now we'll go across our river here, and we will build, I guess, just kind of straight like that. And then we'll make ourselves another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I like these 6s now. Last time I was building 4x2s, now I build 6x2s. And the reason for that is because you can get 2 small spots, small temples, to cover an area. Just to show you the larger temples, and I will build some later. Whoops, wrong one. The larger temples have a much longer range, so you're able to cover 2 if you want to. If you build like this, you can actually build a 5th spot in between if you want to and still cover it. But anyway, we'll get to those in a minute. Actually, we'll probably build one up here. So, but they require a lot more, an extra priest, so that kind of makes early ones expensive in a way for dealing with. You know what I don't have is the other one. I need to get a Venus temple. Also, our mid-tier temples, they do all look different, which the original ones did not. So let's actually get people coming in over here real fast. And we are going to want another granary. However, I got criticized for how I say it. You know, different people say it different ways, but granary, they are both words that work. Anyway, let's get 1 farm up here. We're not going to have a lot of people up here, but we still have to make sure they're fed. We still have to make sure that they are happy. So we got that. We also are going to need, notice the green spread. That's based on how many priests you have. So that'll grow as your priests max out. We need to get entertainment in here as well. So a theater requires education for the thespians, but for right now we'll just do a dice house right here. Actually, right here. Let's do that, and then we'll create ourselves a little little 2x2 spot for our 1x1 buildings. We need our water. The aqueduct and reservoir system is on its way. I should have that soon for everybody. So that'll take care of our entertainment, our water, and our religion. People are starving. They're starving because I didn't get this built early enough. That number should come back down. So I have the upkeep overlay on. This building is not being upkept well. It just finished being upkept, but we're gonna just build a architect office at the far end so that it services, from closest to furthest this way. Just like I built one out here, and we're gonna need one over here while I'm at it. So let's put it here so that, again, it services in that direction. Before we can get a mint, we are going to need wood. So let's do that before we forget. Let's go to there. Let's get our lumberyard, put it there. And we'll start producing copper here. Let's see, do we want it there? No, we want it there. Alright. A little bit more housing in here. Then we'll check. We have lots of jobs available. We're going to set the priority here of the architect office because it has a builder. So that'll keep people building faster. That got done. Good. We have that. Let's check how our trade's doing. First off, we have a positive trade number. We're still losing money, but not by a lot. Last month, you can see we lost a lot more. And then here we can see that we are maxing out our grain trade, which is great. Our clay trade and our sheep. So we are maxing all of that out. So pretty soon we can kind of expand on what we're doing. Those are relatively cheap bits. The more expensive ones are in here, but I don't yet want to spend the 500 until I get this going better. Alright, so we are going to need a warehouse to store stuff in this general area up here. And we'll probably leave this as a 4x4, I think. Oh, well. And we just got mugged, so let's take a look at what we've got going here. So we have happiness as a overlay, and it only goes on houses, so we have some happiness here. These people probably, you know what, it's the starving that hasn't come back down yet. It'll happen. I'm not going to worry too much about it then yet. That helps there. Let's put one up here because we have space for it as well, just to be sure that it's not happening there. And we need our wood. I'll make that a high priority to get that built, because as soon as we have the wood going, ooh, oh, nobody's in there, that's why it's red. As soon as we have the wood going, then we can get the lumber that it takes to build our mint and get money flowing faster. So let's do that, and then we got to do a lumber mill. I am going to build another architect office here. Said it's a high priority. Get a few more builders going in our city. Well, most of the builders are coming from down here, so they have a long walk to get up there. I guess it would be quick and easy to do a little bit of pottery. Pottery hut. So we'll do that. And we'll have our houses to support that, because we're pretty well maxed out on jobs down here. And you don't want people traveling too far, because between their homes and their work, that's taking time off of their production efficiency. So we've got those going. A lot of clay. That's a ton of clay. So we've got to get that being used. Chopping wood, that's good. Now that we're chopping wood, let's get our lumber mill, which we will put up here. And our mint will go here. We will need a financial building to deliver the coins to get the money. So let's get our forum put in, probably on this side, because the mint will be here. So that'll be a quick delivery right there. And let's check our taxes, see if we're doing well on our taxes. We are actually not quite covering. So you have one tax guy that you start with, but that doesn't go very far, obviously. So let's kind of focus the tax guy maybe over here to kind of. That's not exactly kitty corner, but it'll help this way. And this tax guy will go to these closer homes, so that'll help. We're also going to need to make sure that we have enough markets. That's one thing I mess up a lot, is I don't plan enough space for markets. And then I end up with this city, and then end up with people having issues. We're having issues currently. Plenty of food, just having issues keeping it stocked. One trick to do that is when the merchants all get on the same schedule, if you just get rid of one, wait a second till he reassigns, and then get a different guy, now they'll be on different schedules, and it kind of helps. We can also upgrade this once we get some clay bricks, but we haven't got that far yet, which will help. Great. So market built, food. We got to get this storage facility up, and we're waiting on that. Notice we've somewhat stabilized our money. Let's check to make sure that I'm correct on that. So it was 1,800 loss. Now we're at a 600 loss. We've built. Looks like we've had an extra wage set in this this month, which happens. Wages are every 7 days. A month is 30 days long, so if you do the math, you'll realize some months are going to have extra wages. We also have more people, so you're going to have more wages. So we haven't quite balanced our economy yet, but we're getting close. As soon as we have the lumber. Ooh, Curse of Desire. So Venus is not happy with me. Let's check and see where we're at. So we don't have enough coverage for Venus. Oh, we don't have enough coverage for any of them. So let's put one of them, a small temple, here. We'll do Minerva first. And then let's do Venus is not covered here. So let's give Venus a temple. Ooh, not that one. We want a big temple. Amenities, Venus. Got mugged again. I think it has to do with the starvation currently. Yeah, we'll go here with it. So that'll cover Venus on all of this. She should be happy. We need Ceres still to be happy with us. So let's do amenities, Ceres. And we're going to put her on this. Dang it, wrong one. I'm so used to not having these middle temples. They're all new. So we'll put her here. That'll extend out this way a little bit. Maybe we'll put her here. That looks better. Maybe here? Yeah, let's go there. So that, we'll do that. Give us a nice block-based area. Takes a while for the starving to go away because they don't shop very often. They only shop after they rest. More of that. But we are driving up, which is good. Our average is coming up, which helps a lot. Let's see. Plenty of food. This one's got plenty of food. We should start to see that. Yeah, it's starting to come down. Good. Just made that mistake in the beginning, and it's really come back to haunt me. Alright. Let's see. We have enough lumber to get our mint. So let's do that, because the mint just literally creates money. Talk about the government printing money. That's how they would do it back in the day. And once that goes, we should have our economy stabilized. It's gonna yell at me for doing this, but I am now gonna open this $500 or denarii route. And notice a negative. Oh, didn't complain. I must have gone into debt earlier and not noticed it. But that's good. We're gonna check. Our taxes look great now. Everything is being serviced. No red. Red would be bad. check our upkeep. Upkeep is starting to get a little weak, so let's get some stuff going out here. Have one there, we have one there. 2 there. A little surprised that that's having trouble. They may be having trouble because they're getting pulled down over here. But nonetheless, we'll just do that because this area is very important to our ability to do things. Pottery. Are we trading most of our pottery, or are people buying most of our pottery? Trading just little bits of pottery. I think part of that's because pottery's not getting stocked up here. Huh. Okay. Well, it is trading, just not very fast. We have sheep. One thing we can do is get cloth going. We can also get meat going. Meat is easier, so maybe we'll do that one first. Do this. And then another mugging. Those muggings are getting me, man. Our starving's dropped all the way down to 10. So we've got a handle on the starving, which is good. Lots of well water. Oh, I did not build well water over here. Don't like what I did here. I could build 2 wells. That might be the best choice. Poor planning there. Mistakes were made, but it's easy to cover. Not a big deal. Our money is staying relatively positive, which is good. Let's get our butcher shop going. We'll start with 1 and see how that goes. Let's get another storage facility going out here, maybe here. Yeah, and then this will help with this specific one if we just even make 1 farm out here. We are starting to push our recommended capabilities here. Let's check on our gods, make sure they're getting happier now. So we still need something for Ceres. Oh, no we don't. We just need the priest to get educated. Alright. 4, so our starving's all the way down to 8, which is really good. If you're under, 5% or so, which we're actually not quite under 5%, then you're doing very well on that. We only have 1 person not working, so we are going to need more population now. Let's do that. And this will start going. I guess we should start getting Six is kind of a magic number of spaces because it's both divisible by 3 and by 2. So you can do 3 2x2s, and you can do the 2 3x3s, which is kind of cool. In this case, we are going to do workshops. We're going to turn our sheep into thread. And then we are going to turn our thread into cloth with weavers. So I think we'll go here, here, and then in these 2 spaces what we'll do is we will add an architect hut, and this will be doubling up and not over a lot of population, but it's where the constables pass, which people they pass. So there's plenty of people working over here. So that constable will work with this constable and create quite a lot of happiness in this area. Alright, so we've got those going. They'll start trading that stuff, and then we should have a pretty solid excess of money to deal with a much larger population. And now that we've balanced our economy, we can start thinking about doing the rest of our objectives, which are amassing money, getting our population up. Happiness will come. Notice it's coming up way higher now that the starvation is down. and we need 100 basic goods, which is happening pretty good on just the pottery alone. But we're going to add furniture factories to the mix. Now we have 2 1-1 spots there, which is fine. We'll use those later. And then here we can get our happinesses up here by adding theater, and we need a theater down here as well. So you can only get one set of happiness for each type of building. So we got gladiator pits, that'll give us 1. 2 here. Notice we also have a dice hut that we can build, and we have one up there. If we want to get our happiness up quite a lot more, we can do that. Thing about the dice hut is that its range is quite small, so you have to really consider what you're doing when you build it. We'll put one there, and then I really don't like using this for singles, so I'm not gonna. I don't need super high happinesses on things, but we'll see how it goes. Let's see. We have 160 people, 3 markets. Market has meat, but not grain. Alright, so we need to get these people to walk on roads. That's part of our problem. Let me rearrange that. Let's do... Let's do another tax place just to make sure. No. Let's put another school in. And then roads. Not having roads can really cost your people a lot of time walking. In this case, it was substantially slowing down our ability to keep our people fed. Fine over here. Apparently, all the meat is getting sucked up, which is good. That's fine. And I do need a storage warehouse here. We do not want it accepting food, so we're going to tell it not to accept food. I will admit there's a small bug in the transportation somewhere where somebody is able to transfer stuff you tell them not to. But it's small. This still helps a lot, and I'm working on it. I hope to find that bug this week. Alright, so we have our population going up. We have very happy people. Our starving is very low. Pretty much anybody unemployed is going to end up starving as well. I should mention that. I don't have any unemployed people currently, but if they don't make money, they're not going to be able to buy food. If they can't buy food, they're going to be starving. Yeah, alright. We have that. Let's check our objectives real fast. We need to make a bunch of money. We can do that. Blessing of food, so series just... Oh. Series just gave us a bunch of food to our granaries. And that's actually a little OP, so I'm gonna have to tone that down over time. But it'll be a slow tone down. Notice this bridge. Bridges are new. Enchantment system is new. Range finders on most things, new. Entertainment, religion, and water. The beginning of the water system is all new. We have sheep's new, cloth new, thread new. All these things are new. Meat, which took the place of grapes as the tier 2 food. Grapes is the tier 3 food. And also notice in here, we are not yet taking advantage of wine and grapes, which we really need to start doing. So I'm going to put in a vineyard, and then I'm going to put in, ooh, you know what, I actually can't even build a winery because it needs bricks. See, requires bricks. So Let's get bricks being made. Let's get more clay. Yeah, because our clay is on a downward spiral at the moment. And let's get workshop bricks. Blessing of prosperity. So basically, she just gave money and resources to a small subset of people within your town. So it just helps to get money going. Venus is very helpful. If we want even more money, we can come down here and get this. Low population, it's basically saying I need more people. People is good. Alright, and then we're actually already starting to get this ready over here. It's not going to be quite the same size because this forest is in the way. Or we can just offset it one. Yeah, that still covers. Why not? Alright. People. And let's get a road that goes through to here. And we don't have enough people to work that. We are short 26 open jobs. Yikes. Alright, let's get that fixed. That should be 40 new jobs, or new workers. I guess we can also go through now and do our undesirable homes. Housing upgrades. They're not super important unless you're suffering heavily here right at the beginning, but they become more and more important. So this house wants upgraded. Now watch what happens. When we upgrade this, you're going to have people start to shift around. So some people are not going to be happy that you upgraded that house, and other people are going to want to live in that house. So now that it's had a second to shift through, let's see, priest, that guy, that person, all of these people so far want upgraded housing. So the people that wanted the better house moved in, the people that didn't want the better house moved out. And that goes kind of throughout it. So some of these reds are going to disappear as people come to other housing. So you need to make sure you spread these out. If you don't, you're going to end up with all of the people that are doing better jobs in one little spot, and you need to spread them out a little bit. So up here is going to need at least one, and so those should spread through pretty quickly. Let's see. Undesirable houses just dropped quite a bit, but notice wants education just went up. So people that live in nicer houses want to be educated. Just a thought to have to consider, right? So by doing that, the net balance of my happiness went down for now. It'll go up eventually. It's kind of like investing in a way. You're investing in the future of your people. But initially, if you did that initially, we still need 3 more. We have 4 open jobs. But we have 30 available housing, so we're not going to worry about it. Yeah, it's looking like it. So we're going to open up another trading post. Unless, again, I left those 2x2 spaces so that we could fill them in. I'm going to put 2 wineries right here. This spot... Oh, I don't want you holding food. So go through, turn off all the foods. And storage. Granary out here. Now, this doesn't look like it's going to do much, but eventually we can put... You know, maybe we'll just do it now. Put that one farm behind it so that it can kind of help out on some of this transferring. We're also going to need another market. We'll put it further away from this market, kind of up here. So half of these people will come up to this market, half of these people will come down to this market. Make it nice and easy to deal with. Another mugging. Ooh, 120. That's rough. But we are making quite a bit of money. Check our happiness. Not happy. Why are you people? Oh, no big deal. This dark green color probably needs to be adjusted, but that means people are really happy. Overall, we have a good amount of happiness. Probably just a few individuals that are not happy with me currently. Health and water. Put that there. I think our muggings are happening here. We have bricks, so now we can go ahead and add to our winery. Now we are going to need some more population over here. If you notice, we have a very heavily industrialized area over here, and not a ton of people close by. So these people I wouldn't really consider close by, though they will come over here to work. They just lose efficiency pretty badly. I imagine our trade numbers are way up. Looks like they're going to be way up. Boy. Better get these people happy, huh? Undesirable homes still. Want entertainment, so that's here. Easy fix. Easy, easy peasy. Dice house. And gladiator pit, which can go from way downtown over here to effect over here. Alright, we have, our people are buying up a lot of our supply of things, so we're going to have to ramp up that production to meet the 100 basic goods bits. Let me get another storage. I'm going to block off food the people shouldn't be eating, and I'm going to have that come over here. And check our objectives. Our money's coming. We have the happiness. We have the population. So now it's just getting our basic goods up. The way to do that would be just to ramp up your pottery or whatnot. I think I'm going to call it for now. This video is already at the 37-minute mark. I think that's plenty. And it gives you a good idea of how to beat level 6 if you're struggling at it. And also how I build. Notice there's spaces available. Bathhouses and doctor's offices for the next system are going to take up some of that space. It'll get much more cluttered. You're going to have reservoirs, which are much larger, and aqueducts having to take up space. So it'll be a big space requirement in the next system that gets added, which is, again, the health and water system. And past that, a proximities system is going to come into effect. The way I built is actually consistent with the way I'm planning the proximity systems. Finishing shops will need 2 spaces between them and houses to keep the houses happy. Workshops, which would be like the brick kiln and the lumberyard, will need 3 spaces, 1, 2, 3, and then things like mines and lumber yards and stuff will need 4 spaces. So you'll have to build in proximity. And if you notice, same for farms. Farms will need 4 spaces. So if you notice the way I built, I actually built with that in mind. Maybe that's the only spot that I built that would not work out. But past that, that's how the game works.